out of it, bring your toes to touch or towards each other, and just walk your way back. Slowly walk your knees in and come back up. So probably a better option, actually, if you want an opposite hip opener, as opposed to single pigeon, is to go ahead and sit down on the ground, parallel your left shin to the ground, and then cross your right leg across it. So right heel is on your left knee, and you're just going to descend your right knee toward the ground, toward your foot, I'm sorry. So it may reach there, my hips are a little bit tight. You can stay seated, or you can inhale, reach your arms up, and then exhale, begin to fold forward. Taking fingertips or forearms to the ground. Try to relax into your hips. If you really love this, you can actually stay here for 2 minutes on each side. Just know that that's an option that can be good if you're really working on your hips. For today, just take one more breath. Again, anytime you want, just take this longer. Slowly come up. Stretch your legs out first. And reach your right shin. And you're trying to parallel it with the front of your mat if you're facing that direction. Just as much as possible. Not everybody can do this. Oh, I can't do this. My body won't do this. And then inhale, reach your arms up if you're going to come forward. And you don't have to, really. You can just sit straight up and work on relaxing your hips. Flex your feet, so protect your knees. And if this is too much, you just bring the heels in a little bit more. Still gets into the hips. And again, as you progress, then you can work on coming forward. Two more breaths. Again, your choice. You could always do this for at least 2 minutes on each side. And when you're ready, come up slowly. Again, stretch both legs out for a minute. And let's do a heart opener. Lay down on your back. Soles of the feet on the ground, hips distance apart. Make sure you can touch the backs of your heels with your fingertips. That just helps you line up. And then hug your elbows into your chest, flatten your shoulders on the ground, and then bend your elbows so fingertips are moving up toward the sky. Press into your heels, lift your hips up. Imagine your heels are trying to move back toward your body, so you're engaging the hamstrings a bit here, and then try to relax the buttocks, and use your triceps to press into the ground to lift your chest up. Use your heels pressing into the ground to lift your hips up. And breathe. Four more breaths. Come up on your tippy toes, roll your spine down on the ground. Good, let your hands come down just for a moment. Take one breath, and then line everything back up. Flatten your shoulders, flatten your spine, arms come up, lift your hips one more time. So this is a back bend, but you're also trying to lengthen your spine. So imagine your tailbone reaching toward the backs of your knees. Try to release the grip in the buttocks. Try not to use that to lift. Use your forearms, use your heels, use your hamstrings. 3 more. Again, come up on your toes. Lower your hips down to the ground. Bring your knees towards your chest. Cross your right leg on top of your left, And then drop your knees to the right. Reach your arms out like wings. And use that right leg to pull your left knee toward the ground a little bit. Look over your left arm. Keep your left shoulder pinned on the ground, or at least moving toward the ground. Take a few deep breaths in your twist. And then inhale your legs back up. Cross your left leg on top of your right. Take your legs off to the right or off to the left. Look to the right. Two more deep breaths. Roll back onto your back. The knees come to your chest one more time. Maybe hug them in using your forearms. Rock a little side to side. If it feels okay to you, take your arms by your side, palms up, reach your legs up, and either just leave them up, or you can reach them up over your head, come into plow pose. If plow doesn't work, just keep your spine on the ground. Soles of the feet to the ceiling. Otherwise, bring them back. The feet don't have to come to the ground for plow. Toes don't have to touch, but if they do, maybe tuck your toes, lift your hips. Make sure not to turn your gaze and move your head in plow pose. It's not good for your neck. Just stay relaxed. Take 2 more deep breaths, just sinking into your plow. Maybe lift your hips a little higher, or maybe just hang out. 1 more deep breath. And then roll your spine all the way down to the ground. Keep your legs close to your face. And then pause here for a moment. So if you already did this, you can skip this part and go into Shavasana. If not, hang out with the soles of your feet facing toward the ceiling. Engage your legs enough that your toes are coming back toward your body. So you're flexing your feet. Let the blood drain. Let your heart work a little differently, pumping the blood through the body. Try to relax your shoulders. Maybe walk your hands out a little bit wider, palms toward the ceiling. So we're half Shavasana, half working. 5 more deep breaths here. Slowly lower your legs down to the ground. Separate your feet. Let the feet fall toward the ground. Let the thighs relax. Let yourself sink into Shavasana. Take at least 5 minutes in Shavasana and let yourself set up for it. And then when you're done with Shavasana, roll onto your side first. Hug your legs in like a little fetal position and press yourself up to seated. Take a minute or two to find your breath, find your space. And then you've completed no hands yoga.